History is so important, and it's crucial for us to understand why.
You know, I'm not sure everyone sees the value of history or think it's important. Rosemary, is history important to you?
Oh, yes, definitely. Absolutely. Most definitely. I believe we need to know our foundations before building on top. And really, it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful to read about our pioneers and how our country has developed. But I also think the same thing applies to our businesses and organisations. Once our structures are in place, well then we can grow and develop.
That's a very good point. And I think we do need to have that knowledge to know what these structures are. And it's only history that brings us to that realisation. Would you think that's true, Julie?
Yes, I do. I think it also gives us the opportunity to recognise change, and it gives us a perspective on change, why and how it came about, why it's important, why we've got to embrace it, and how we adapted to it. If we can see the struggle our earlier predecessors had in a very male-orientated industry, how they gained a voice, and also by recognising their contributions from previous generations, has enabled me to have gratitude for their resilience and recognising their resilience and for their contributions. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here today, would we?
Exactly. Exactly. I certainly know that I wouldn't be in this position I am today if I didn't have a history of strong women who had to survive under very difficult circumstances.
Exactly.
So that's my own experience. And Gloria, what about you? Do you have any thoughts on history?
Yes, I believe history is very important. If we don't learn from our history, then we are bound to relive it. In order to learn from history, we must first learn what our past history is. There's lots of wonderful pioneering women that have wonderful stories available to us to read, and I'm in awe of those women.
Yes, I really think we get our strength from the women that have gone before us. We don't get our strength from ourselves. We learn and we see how they have been able to not just survive, but actually flourish.
And look, they've made our lives easier too.
I mean, that's a great point. They have made our lives easier. Lorraine, would you say that's true too?
Yeah, yes, well, I like to refer back to the early pioneer ladies, in history and how tough and how strong they were and what they did while their men were away. But the recognition wasn't there, and it's come through gradually until a time when I was a child and my father passed away. It was still a man-orientated time. My mother struggled to get a voice, and now progressing through to now where I'm a mature age woman and I have my voice, I can be heard, and I think this history has travelled through the times and has given me this, and I think we still need to recognise and work on it. It's a wonderful thing that is happening.
Oh, I very much agree, and it's just wonderful to be alive at this time to see the changes that have happened and how we have become empowered. But there's still a long way to go, and this is something that could be so easily lost in a male-dominated world because we still live in a world of male privilege. We're still always having to strive to get our voice be heard and to be seen.